Hello again. Today I just drove down the streets here in Oyen and we are live at Beauty by KMS with Cassie Sutton. I just have to say that the roads here were absolutely gorgeous today, considering we're so close to December. So anyways, here in Oyen with Cassie, and I'm going to turn it around to her and we're going to hear about her as a return to rural success story. So,
hi.
Say hi, Cassie.
Hello.
We are in Cassie's Tiffany blue room here. Cassie, can you tell us about how you ended up here in Oyen?
So I met Doug Hertz. We lived in Medicine Hat for about a year, and then we decided to further our business and come to Oyen and start our own stuff. So when we decided to move here, I needed a job, and so we decided to start this up for myself. So here we are.
Here you are. And how long have you been running for?
So it'll be a year in April, I believe. I think that was about when I started everything up. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
And how's it been going for you so far?
Surprisingly great. I didn't expect to be this busy at all. Coming to a small town, I grew up in a small town also. And coming to a small town, it's hard to fit in sometimes. It's hard to get to know people and kind of get into a community. So I didn't expect the warm welcome that I received. So it's been really great. Like, I'm so thankful for everyone who has come to me and given me a shot at what I do. And I've met some really awesome people through it. So it's been great.
Good for you. That's awesome. And where did you grow up?
Scepter, Saskatchewan.
Scepter, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, just about 15 minutes away from Leader. So went to high school and everything in Leader, Saskatchewan.
Okay, from Leader
to
Medicine Hat to Oyen.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so what do you guys offer? What do you offer here at Beauty by KMS?
I do every aspect of hair. I do all the cuts, coloring, extensions. I do tape-in extensions, permanent ones, waxing, makeup. I am certified in a lot of other things. It's just hard right now. Our space is a little small, a little confined, but it's what I have to work with right now, and it's working so far. I do facials and pedicures and manicures also. I just don't really have the room right now. We're working on getting that set up and everything, and hopefully sometime in the near future we'll be able to do it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've been off to a great start here in Oyen anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been wonderful. I honestly didn't expect it at all. I truly thought the first year I was just kind of gonna do some renovations on the house, hang out a little bit, but I've been so busy that I haven't had time to do that stuff, and it's great. I didn't expect it, so it's wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Doug. Doug was maybe going to be here today if he could, but he's trucking.
Yes.
And what is Doug doing?
So he trucks all over the place. He's usually gone about early Monday morning to Friday. Sometimes he's home late Saturdays. We don't really get a lot of time to do stuff as he is out and about a lot, but making money, working still, and it's hard in the community to have a good job like that right now, like with the oil field and everything like that. So him being gone, it's okay. It makes it work.
And he's working for?
His brother Blake. They have a trucking company out of Oyen here called Intimidator Trucking, and I think Blake has had it running for a few years now. I'm not sure on the exact year that it's been running from, but so he works with his brother and his dad and a bunch of other people that they know quite well. So it's a pretty localized thing, and they feel pretty happy doing it, so it's good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning of the interview, any of our people who are viewing live, if you have any questions for Cassie or any comments, if you type them in below, I can definitely ask her or share those comments with her. So if you have any, feel free to type them in. And so back to Doug. I spoke to him for a couple minutes before we got on here, and he was sharing with me, so it's called Intimidator Trucking, correct? Yeah. He was sharing that they go all over Western Canada and in the States.
Yes, they go quite far. I think the furthest, don't quote me on this, but I think the furthest they've been is to California. So they take a lot of stuff, a lot of places, make the world go round, that's for sure.
Well, it is pretty cool to be based out of such, a small area and cover so much ground. So I just thought that was wonderful.
Well, and it's interesting for me to, at the end of the week, to be like, where did you go this week? Because half the time I don't leave the house with having the home-based business and everything, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind not leaving. We have the dogs, and you get it more done when you're at home, I find. And he's out all over the world, and I'm like, where are you? Like, it's so interesting to know where he is compared to where I am all week, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, Doug, I asked him what his favorite things were about living rural, and I'll get some more quotes for him to go in our online article here that we put on returntorural.ca. But he said his favorite part was living where his family is and being here and being part of the community and the people. Would you be able to comment on what your favorite thing about living rural is?
For sure, and I have to agree with him on a lot of the same things that he said. We have family supper almost every Sunday out here, and his mom and dad live literally, like, we can see their house from our house out at the farm. Like, we could walk there if we wanted to, and so they're so close. And another nice thing is the home feeling that you have. Even though I'm not from here, the people I've met and everything, they see you and it's, hey, how are you? It's not a turn of the cheek in a city where no one knows your name. And it's the same thing when I go back home to my hometown. I've always wanted to raise my kids in a small town, so when we met and we knew where we were coming from, I was from Leader, he was from Oyen area, and I said, perfect. Like, you have no intention of living in the city for the rest of your life, and neither do I, so might as well head there.
And so can you expand on that when you say you want to raise your kids in a small area? What are the values there?
Growing up in a small town, I had a sense of very, very close friends and family where if I was going to my friend's house, my parents knew those parents. They had their number, they knew their names, they knew backgrounds on them. I have other family that are in cities and they send their kids off for to have sleepovers and they don't even know the parents' last names, and it's hard watching that because we grew up in such a small town, and I don't know how to say it properly. Maybe I'm not trustworthy of a lot of people, but in a small town, you know a lot of people. Everyone knows everyone. You can send your kid on their bike to school, and if something happens, there's someone that will see them and know who they belong to. Whereas in the city, you're just another number, and I never liked that feeling. I've always been trying to get back to a small town, and it finally happened. So happy to be here and happy to start a family here someday, and it'll be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And we're happy to have you here.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Before we go, what do you like to do for fun around here?
Well, I've met a few good girlfriends out here, so when Doug's gone most of the week, we go out and we have some wine and some other stuff. Mostly just hanging out with the dogs, and I like snowboarding, so when we get to places to snowboard, it's good, but mostly in the small town, we just kind of hang out and watch some TV and have some wine and cheese nights, and it's good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All adding to the community.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wanted to add before we sign off?
Just want to say that if you really want to do something, do it. I was so fearful of starting my own salon, getting my name out there, getting everything started. The first couple weeks in town handing out posters, I was sure shaky handing them to people and asking them if I could advertise my business. And even the first time I had someone in my little salon here, it was very nerve-wracking. But now that I've done it, the reward of it, the payoff, it's been unreal. I get freedom of my own hours a lot of the time. If something comes up and I need to cancel an appointment, people are very understanding. You very much are your own boss, and it makes life so much easier. It's just happier. It's way better.
Awesome. Those are some great words of advice for anybody wanting to start their business. Just go for it.
Yeah, and it was a leap of faith, and I had a lot of backbone behind it, a lot of support from family and friends, and it's been so worth it. So it's been a dream come true, and I can't wait to expand on my dream someday and really get a part of the community. And we're never leaving, so I'll be here for good.
We have this on video now, so
have to have it on video forever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for sharing today, Cassie. Where do people find out more information?
They can go to my Facebook page, Beauty by KMS, or I have a website, www.beautybykms.ca, and I also have an Instagram page, which is beautybykms_.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I myself have been over to your website, and it's great. Can you do online bookings there?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Cassie, and thanks to everybody who tuned in and will be watching. And I'm going to turn around to me, so say goodbye, Cassie.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to I believe this was the ninth new pioneer success story. Our next story is on Monday, December 12th, so be sure to tune in then. Bye-bye.